Welcome to another week on the Tammy Dunn YouTube channel. We're starting off this week in Hobby Lobby, and we weren't sure when we walked in Hobby Lobby. We hadn't been in here since I think before Christmas, I'm pretty sure. And so we weren't sure whether we were going to be greeted with Valentine's Day stuff or Easter stuff because Hobby Lobby is one of those specialty stores where they have a lot of room for, the holiday stuff, and so they usually tend to get their holiday stuff out early, which is good. I think that's a good thing, because, then people get a chance to look at it and buy what they want and all that. And, so you can see we were greeted with the Valentine's Day stuff, which we were very happy with. This is the area that has the, chargers, plates, dishcloths, all the tableware. Those they have those baskets. I don't know if you could spot those baskets. Lots of placemats and cups and everything heart shaped. These are all the garlands that they have, the specialty garlands, which I think would be beautiful if you had them like going down your staircase or you could use them above the door. Over here, they have tons of not only Valentine's Day cards, but also party supplies. So they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Paw Patrol, Squishmallows, Bluey, Hello Kitty. They had some that came with like scented erasers and stuff like that. I know when I was a kid, it was all about the scented stickers. And I don't know if they even still make those or not, but you used to be able to, like, scratch and sniff, and they would have, like, pizza and cotton candy and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know if they make them or not, and I don't even know if teachers do that anymore. Like, teachers used to put stickers on papers that they would grade. I don't know if they have time for that stuff. But these were, like, little lights. A lot of this stuff, it's really interesting to me that used to, there would be certain things that you would only see at Christmas. So, for example, that white little Christmas tree that Kevin was holding, you could see it on the shelf just a second ago. Before, that would have only been available at Christmas, and you would have only seen that in green with different color bulbs. Now they're using this same mold and they have it out for Valentine's Day. And we're seeing, I think that trend started with Halloween at first. So we started seeing things that they had decorated for Halloween that were never Halloween before, like nutcrackers and things like that. These little angels were interesting, but you would never see stuff like that at Halloween, and it's like, "Oh, okay, so these companies are getting smart, they're crossing over. Instead of just, selling this stuff at Christmas, now we're gonna sell it for Halloween." So now we're seeing it for Valentine's Day. We're seeing some of the same items, but now you can get it in white or pink or red. These are the carpet, the little rugs, and you could put these like in your front door, in front of the front door. Now, this is an Easter section, and this whole aisle, most of the aisle, I think, was Easter, and so this was a lot of the craftsy stuff. So I think not only do you get teachers shopping here for crafts for their class and stuff like that, but I also think it's a lot of like Sunday school classes and Bible school classes, or maybe after school programs where they're trying to give kids something to do. And hopefully they get some funds to do that because it would get expensive if you were paying out of pocket for this yourself. But Kevin's pointing out the, like, party supplies. They had the cups and plates and napkins and everything, and then over here, look at the eggs. I mean, it's just crazy, the amount of eggs that they had. This was cute. Kevin
Oh,
picked this up.
yeah, so he hides in there.
Yeah, but then when you unzip it, it's big ears. See?
Oh, that's cute.
That's light green.
It is.
I love the little Valentine's with foam kits.
Mhm. I think they're
Or
cute.
boudoirs.
Mhm.
I think they're cute too.
There's little envelopes and
Oh, wow.
hearts.
They're teeny tiny.
I feel like I steamed one.
Oh, it is. Wonder if they have any sharks. I don't see any sharks. Those little birds.
Oh, yeah, those are cute.
That's like the one I got at Target.
Like that one, yeah, this one. There's a bunch of Here, this
Oh, the little girl.
little fairy.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed those little houses that were sitting up on the side, but, like, you could have a whole village, like a whole Valentine's village, but they had these, like, little, birds and everything. I bought a bird this year for Valentine's Day, but I bought mine from Target, and so it was a smaller version of what they have available at Hobby Lobby. I actually like it that it was a little bit smaller.
That reminds me of that round roof you had.
oh yeah. Yeah, and you know, I thought about leaving that out, but I didn't.
Yeah, but
Aquí se ganan dólares, pero todo pasa en
Donald Duck.
una 70%. Ahí está. Todo esto. Pero esto sería como ponerlo en una mesa baja. En el piso no va. Porque tiene un jarrón pequeño. O sea,
I like this big tree here.
la ventana, hasta la ventana.
Aren't those neat?
It's yes, but it's a bow.
yeah. I think this is pretty. It's Christmas. Little white.
Oh, yeah. Those are, oh, did you see this one? For the front door?
Yeah.
If you're not a regular Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls shopper, you might not be aware that you have to get in here early. And by early, I mean a couple of months before the holiday that you're shopping for. Look at these Joanna Parker cups. I did get one of these, and I will have a video where I show you what all I picked up. But just like these, I saw these on this visit and this visit only, and I have not seen them since. So you have to, just like for Christmas, if you want to get unique, interesting Christmas items, you need to be in there in October. And I know you're thinking October, well, that's Halloween. Well, but most of the Halloween stuff has already sold. Well, I can tell you all the good stuff is already gone. They'll start getting in Halloween stuff, gosh, probably, I don't know, September, something like that, probably August or September maybe. And if you're not shopping in there every week, the stuff's gonna be gone. Same for the Valentine's Day stuff, same for the Easter stuff. If you're interested in Easter stuff, then you need to be shopping in here right now and not wait until the holiday is upon you.
Good.
You know that little table when you come in the front door?
Yeah.
I was just gonna get something to sit on it.
You talking about that one where the puzzles are at?
The one where the reindeer's at with the stuff, right by the front door.
That's small little table.
It's-
Looks
it's-
like this.
Oh, I don't want a runner. It would need to be a mat.
Like some little-
But I haven't seen anything I like, so I don't want to.
you know, what kinds of-
Although these napkin sets are cute.
When Halloween was here, we bought 2 mantle scarves, Halloween mantle scarves, and one for our dining room and one for the den. We did not buy one for the bedroom because nobody's ever in the bedroom except for me and Kevin, and nobody would ever see it if I decorated the mantle in the bedroom. So we have looked ever since that we bought those 2 Halloween mantle scarves. We've looked for Christmas, and they had 1 or 2, but they were not that impressive. They really weren't. I think one of the brands I bought was Cynthia Rowley, I think. But we've even looked on Amazon, and you would think that that once they realized, hey, people are buying these, that they would have a bunch of them available, and they just don't. So at Christmas, we looked for some really unique Christmas mantle scarves, never found any that were worth it to me to buy. And so I didn't buy any. And then for Valentine's Day, we looked again. So they're in the same area that the table runners are in because they're hanging up on a hanger like the table runners. And so Kevin looks, I think, just about every time we go in too, because he likes them too. He thought it added a lot to the mantle. It added a lot of personality. It was just really pretty. And so we have now we looked for Christmas, didn't find any. Looked for Valentine's Day, didn't find any, and so we'll look for Easter, but I doubt we'll find any for Easter too. But now we are in Walmart looking around to see what they had available for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's
Little
cute. That's like, it
ponies.
looks like old school, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the monsters. That would have been cute in Gavin's room when he was little, when he had that monster theme.
You see that?
Yeah, it's like a bank robber or something. Yeah, where do they get these ideas for these things?
Maybe they stole them in parks. And then you've got the South Park. Beavis and Butthead.
And Chucky,
Yeah.
Peanuts, Mickey and Minnie. See, I don't like those. I think they're ugly.
Wow, you got the whole
Minecraft.
Louis family.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Steven Alpert. They got South Park tumblers and all kinds of stuff. Chucky.
These are little mini,
I don't associate Chucky with Valentine's Day. I mean, that's a little rude.
I don't either, and that's a light. I don't either. I think that's bizarre too. It's not very loving, is it? Did you see these Kool-Aid Dippin' Dots? Sweets by Hershey's. Oh, wow.
Those you fill up yourself.
Those are cool. Those are huge, too.
Only if the paper straw, I guess you could just make a basket out of those.
Oh. Now, see, Ashley would like that. Ashley would actually like that. How much is that? She likes weird stuff like that.
$12.
I know. That's it. She pays that for those.
It's crazy. They've also got.
And there's a comfy one too on the other side.
Oh, yeah, that one's not quite as cute. That's Lucy Lou or Lucy Woo.
Lucy, and they're big. She
Yeah.
wouldn't want those big ones.
So you see the color. Oh, that's a big one. This is like flowers.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got Fall in Love. This is a sticker book.
Oh, yeah.
What's with the creepy vibe this year? With the
I don't know. I think they're trying to put Halloween in everything.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, and you got those books.
Oh, and it's literally all stickers. There's
Yeah.
nothing to stick them. I thought there was going to be scenes in there you stick them on. That's literally just stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's cool if you knew how to
That
actually color.
is cool. That'd be a good one for like Gavin.
If you knew how to color.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
is-
You really have to know how to do that.
That's really cool.
Shading and all that. They got one. I think my favorite one's the Fantastic Creature one.
That's, yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me.
Did you want to get that for Michael?
I don't care. If we can or we can, I don't care.
It's a deep.
I don't care. Oh,
It's
it's
a
a
blanket.
blanket. I'm not used to them putting the cards over here in this area. Yeah, where they always are. Okay, I have a poll question for parents out there who are buying Valentine's Day card, because you all are either going to think I was smart or you're going to think I was just very cheap and I'll whatever. It's okay if I was I was being cheap. Okay, I'll admit that I was being cheap. But when Andrew was little, I started buying Valentine's Day cards for Andrew for school when he needed them. And you always have cards left over, right? Because they might give you 25 cards, or I don't know how many they give you. They might give you 25 cards, and you might only have 20 kids in the class. Well, then there's 5 cards left from that Valentine's Day. So, do you all give those to your kids to play with? Do you throw them in the garbage, or do you keep them? I would keep them. So I kept them for years and years and years. And we thought it was interesting, by the way, how many monster themed items they had. But I kept the Valentines for years and years and years. And then Ashley is born 4 years later. And so Ashley starts having these Valentine's Day parties at school and the exchanges, and I kept them. So I got to the point with Ashley where we had so many cards. I would keep them under a end table in the living room. That's just where they lived. I had so many cards that I did not even have to buy Valentine's Day cards for years. And so when Valentine's would come up, I would pull this box or boxes of cards out because I would combine the cards together. Who cares if they got mixed up? And I would say, okay, who do you want to give what to? And we would lay them all out, and she would pick which card she wanted for what person. And now I'm thinking back that she never minded. She didn't care at all. But now thinking back, I'm thinking, should I have let her come in, go in the store and pick out new Valentines every year? Was that like, did she miss an opportunity? Like, I know Powerpuff Girls were a big deal. She probably did have Powerpuff Girls one year, but like, did she miss out on giving Powerpuff Girls to her friends one year because I wanted her to use old cards? I'm just wondering how many other people use up their old cards because I always felt bad about throwing them away. And so I just kept them and used them. But this stuff is in the front of Walmart, like the dollar bin. Those are cute. Animal
look.
cookie bags. Those are very cute.
I'll never forget. Every time I hear that, I think of Onyx doing that. He go,
Oh, it was funny. Funny.
make it go as long as possible. Look at you,
Fluffy time.
They're
They might have put some stuff on that side, but I don't know. I know we're in February now, but I wanted to give you an update on this scented candle. This is an advent calendar from Aldi. We actually bought this for Ashley, and I don't remember how much we gave for it. I remember it was very, very heavy. So super heavy box, and I thought, oh, this is a great deal. We may have paid $30 or $40 for it. I don't remember, because you get a little individual candle on each day, and they're in a little glass container, and some of them are white, some of them are blue, some of them are green, and then some of them were red. So this is showing like a burgundy color, but really they're red, which could be like Christmas or Valentine's Day. But some people will think this is all full of Ashley, but I don't. I would rather have complete honesty when I give a gift. I don't want somebody to tell me they like something and to keep it or not use it, or tell me that they like it, but then they don't use it because they really don't like it. So what happened was we gave this to Ashley. She took it home, and she probably, I don't know, she may have had it at her house for about a week, and she took some of the candles out, and she said, I'm just going to be honest with you. She said, I do not like those candles. She said, I don't like the scent of them. She said they all smell like they have the exact same base, like they made the base scent one thing, and then they may have had a drop of something else to it. She said, but they all basically smell the same. And she said, and the scents aren't strong. So she said, I think she had taken like maybe 3 out or something like that. She said, so I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to use these. Would you like to have them back? And I said, sure, I will take them back. I said, I appreciate your honesty, because without her being honest, I would have bought this for her again next year. So Aldi comes out with these calendars, bunches. They have like an advent calendar day. And I have bought some stinkers from Aldi. I have bought, there was a crafting one that Kevin and I did years ago, and we reviewed it, opened and reviewed it. I would never buy that one again. This, I would never buy this again, because what has happened is I brought this home and I burned the candles myself. I thought, well, we'll see if maybe she's wrong. Maybe we needed more time to let them burn or something like that. If you, just so you know too, if you do want to buy one of these, although I don't know why you would, you literally can burn one a day. So if you take one out at the beginning of the day, if you're going to be, if you don't work outside the house, or, or you're going to be home all day, you can light it in the morning and it'll go all day long. And then at night, it'll go out if you burn it all day long. So these are good for one a day, literally one use. Or you could do it several days. But for me, they've been one a day candles. So I brought it home and I've gone through them, and I agree with her. They barely have any scent whatsoever. If you have a very small bathroom and you close the door and you leave the door closed all day, then you get a slight smell, but they smell the same. And they're not that great. They do not have a very good throw at all. So don't expect to be able to light this up in like the kitchen and then have the whole place smelling like anything, because it doesn't. So this is just something I wanted to go over with you all, because I know some of you go to that Aldi, the Advent calendar day every year when they come out. I mean, people fight to get in line for these things. This will not be one I would get again. It's just, it wasn't worth it to me. Now, I'm keeping the box because I don't know whether I want to reuse it next year or not, like for next Christmas. And even if I were to cut off this section,
and not have a front, and just let it sit like little cubbies. You could even do that. And you could put them in order if you wanted to, or because you don't have to leave this. So anyway, I'm going to keep it till next year, or till this coming Christmas, because I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I don't want to throw it away because it is a nice sturdy box. If nothing else, it's a nice box. But that's the update on that. And then I also wanted to give you an update on this. Are you surprised that I kept it? I actually ended up putting 2025 on the back here in a marker and with a Sharpie. And this is in a regular room upstairs. I could not put this in the attic. So if I had put it in the attic, then this summer it would melt, because the attic is not climate controlled. It's really, really cold during the winter, and it's really hot during the summer. So this is just a regular room upstairs in our house that, I mean, no one's up here anyway. And so I brought this up here, and so you can see, I think it is interesting how the crackers, the Cheez-Its, have faded. So they're not so cheesy looking. I know on camera, I think they're showing up a little oranger than they are for me. Because for me in person, these are looking more white. They're looking more like the white cheddar than they are the orange. But anyway, I did keep it. Normally my houses, sometimes they'll fall apart, and this one has stayed together. So this is the first one that I've ever tried to keep. And so we'll just see. We'll see if it makes it until next Christmas. If you watched last week's vlog, I talked about two games. I talked about Catan and then a different one, which I'll show you in just a minute. I wanted to show you the game Catan, though, if you've never seen it before. They do have expansion packs that you can buy for these games. But I read a whole Reddit thread where there were several people who recommended you don't even buy those. Don't even buy the expansion packs, because they say it kind of ruins the game. It kind of ruins the root of the game, and it's best to just stick with the actual game. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 entries in our game box already. That's how many times we've been able to play it with family. And Ashley's in there twice. Kevin's in there once. Andrew's in there once. I'm not in there at all because I haven't won. I love it. I think it's a blast. So I don't care if I win or not. I actually just really enjoy playing it. So this is a really nice book. And it tells you the rules, it tells you what all the pieces are, and it takes you through that. And when you first start playing, I would recommend you keep this right with you. Keep this there at the table with you, and then if you have any questions, you can refer to that. We actually watched YouTube videos. They did not help us. Watching a YouTube video, it sounds like Greek to us. It sounded, I mean, even though the person was like taking time to explain everything, and we tried to watch several different videos, it just sounds like you're learning a foreign language. For us, it was like we need to get in there and just do it. So that's what we did. So you get these little boxes, and I actually took a Sharpie and wrote the color of the pieces in here on here. So O is for orange. I made a R for red, a B for blue, and a W for white. So those are the colors that you get, and I'm always red. No matter what game we play, I'm always red. So just a little trivia for you there, that's something new to know about me, is I'm always red. So I'm not going to explain what each piece is, but you have roads, you have settlements, and you have cities. And like I said, I'm not going to explain everything. I'm not going to go through it. The reason, you can put any color in any box, you know, as long as they're separated. But I put the color on the front just because if we're only playing with 3 players and we don't want the other color, that's just an easy way for us to be able to look at it and say, oh, that's the color in there, without us having to open up every box to see what color's inside. So that just makes it easier for us. Nothing that you have to do. And then you get your pieces here. And then this is the outside of your board. It's like a puzzle that you put together along the outside. It goes together really quick, really easy, nothing difficult there. And then you have your little like basic cheat sheets, and everybody gets one of those. So you get 4 of those in there, because you can only have, with this game, you can only have, you need 3 to 4 players. So really, you're not supposed to play it with 2 players. Kevin and I have fooled around with it by ourselves, and then we pretend that someone else is there. So like Andrew, in our eyes, he had played the game long before he actually ever played it, because we were pretending that he was with us. So anytime that we're pretending Andrew's with us, we always give him orange. He's always the orange player, and he has won. Without knowing, he has won the game because we've made the decisions for him. So you can do that if you want to. And then these are your other cards, which we always let Kevin hand these out. He always gets to hand out these cards, and there's two rows of these. So you have wool, wheat, or wood and brick, and then these are development cards, and they mean different things, but really I'm just trying to show you what you get if you buy this. And what we did was we put it in our Amazon cart, and then we didn't buy it though. We just put it in the cart, and it went on sale. So they notified us that it went on sale. So we got a couple dollars off. I don't remember how much it was total, but then these are the rest of your pieces. But so you are getting, I'm just showing you this in case you're curious, you're getting a very, very nice game from Amazon in case you decide to buy it. And it's very fun. I truly, though, if you watch YouTube videos, you're probably going to think, oh my gosh, that's so difficult. I'll never learn it, because I did. I really did. I thought, this is so hard. I'm never going to learn how to play this. And once you just get in there and start doing it, it is a ton of fun. And then the other one I wanted to show is Pandemic. I had never heard of Pandemic. And I was reading on if you go on Amazon, you can read comments that other people have left. And a comment, I believe somebody had left a comment under a Catan game. They said they love this game. They said they were not expecting to like it so much. Catan, you are working against each other. Really, this one, you are working with everybody at the table. Everybody at the table is involved, and everybody at the table has a job. And so this is a lot of fun. So I just want to show you what this looks like when you get it. This is your setup right here, and your rules. And then this is your board. And I'll show you how that looks. It folds out. I'm sure if you get an older version, probably looks different. Okay, so there is your board right there. And then I'll show you the pieces. So you get lots of pieces. So you get, I'm not going to take all these out because Kevin has them so nice and neat in here. But you have your pawns. There's viruses. You have these, each one of these little blocks. You have red, blue, and then yellow, and there's black. And those are your viruses that you're going to spread. You're going to spread viruses all over. And then you get these cards that tell you where to put the viruses. And then you get these cards that give you places, like you're going to get different places on the map. And I know that means nothing to a lot of people, like it's hard to understand what I'm saying, but it is a really fun game, and it is a little pricey too, but you do get a lot of pieces. Just know that if you're ever curious, like what does it look like, then I think it's nice to know what you get inside the box.
And I want to show you one more thing. Kevin bought this card shuffler, and I'm gonna get some cards, and I'm gonna put them in here because I want to show you. This thing is so loud that every time he uses it, it just kills Ashley. Ashley's really good at shuffling the cards. She and Andrew both are excellent card shufflers. So she would rather shuffle, and it's fine. If she's here to shuffle, she can shuffle. But Kevin would rather use, even though Kevin's a good shuffler too, he would rather use a card shuffler. So I'm going to get a deck of cards, and I'm going to show you how loud this is in case you're interested in buying one of these. So if you don't have cards in it, it's not that loud. That's not too loud. But now, when you put some cards in here, show you how loud it is. I'm going to put some on both sides, like this. And then here we go. And you pull them out the front. And it's just loud. And it might not have come across as that loud on camera. But it's very loud. But it does make it quick. There we go. That card shuffler is actually louder when you put it on a table. So like we're using it on the hardwood table in the kitchen, and it is much louder. And so just know, I know it didn't sound that bad on the bed, but it was bad. Now, Kevin, I'm watching him from inside the house. I'm in the warmth of the house. As warm as it gets, right? And he's out here beating on the dash, the car window. You look at him. He's knocking on it, and he's knocking that ice loose. So we got some snow. We did not get the amount of snow that they predicted, which was perfectly fine with me. And I absolutely cannot relate to these people who send horrible, ugly messages to the meteorologist saying, where did you get your degree and all this and that because that we did not get the amount of snow that they thought we would get. Who cares? I mean, seriously, why not be happy about it? I'm glad we didn't get the amount of snow. Who cares if we didn't get the amount of snow? What did it hurt you that we did not? If they predicted 10 inches and we only got 4, how did that hurt you? I mean, I just don't understand those people. So maybe you understand what I'm saying. But Kevin, so you see, traffic is flying by on our road, and the main road is perfectly fine. Like cars have been going past here for days, and we are stuck inside. We're stuck inside because the snowplow goes past our house, and it builds this wall up at the end of our driveway. If we had been smart, we would have gotten out there immediately, and we would have started moving it out of the way, so that it wouldn't have frozen like it did in place. But we were both cold, and neither one of us wanted to get out in the weather, and so we stayed inside where we were comfortable. And so then we got stuck inside the house. And so the reason Kevin is moving the ice off the car at this point is because Andrew had told us, he said, we had been in the house for over a week. So normally we go out and Kevin will go out and Kevin will do his lunchtime review. He'll go somewhere out to eat once a week. He did not get to do that. So if you support his channel, thank you very much. And I really appreciate it if you made sure you clicked on that video that came up on Thursday, because that was supposed, normally that would have been an out to eat video, and it wasn't this week. So we still appreciate your support, even though it wasn't a fast food video. So he did not get to go out to eat. We normally, the same day he goes out to eat, we usually go shopping for all the new stuff and stuff to review. We did not get to do that. And then there's another day during the week where we will go shopping again. So we usually go shopping twice a week. And I have a page full of new stuff I'm looking for, all kinds of new goodies that I want to find. But we have not been able to get out of this driveway. But like I was saying, So Andrew told us that, "Look at this. This is hilarious." Kevin picks this up, and he looks up at me to say, like, "Are you watching this?" Like, I look at me. Oh. Ah, that look he gave me was hilarious. Um, but Ader had said, "I'm coming over. I'm getting you all out of there." He said, "I'm gonna shovel the end of the driveway and I'm gonna get you all out of there because you've been in the house for over a week. You haven't been able to go anywhere. You haven't been able to do anything." And so he said, "I got this." So Kevin is like, "Okay, Andrew's coming. I'm gonna go clean off this car that's been sitting here." So Kevin cleaned off the car. He had it running this whole time, and it wasn't really running too long. It honestly did not take him too long to clean it off. But you do want to make sure you get every single bit of that ice off the top everywhere, because we have seen in the news where people have been going down the interstate and a sheet of that ice will hit somebody else's windshield and you could kill somebody. I mean, it's very, very dangerous to do that, to let that sit. And so Kevin made sure he got all the ice off the car because Andrew's coming over. And Andrew requested that we not get the snow shovel. He said a snow shovel will not help this at all because it is ice. It looks like snow, but it's big chunks of ice down there, and it is packed in. He was telling me he broke his the cleaner, the scraper. He broke it. He broke the end of it off. So Anders said, "Don't get the snow shovel, get another shovel out," and he said, "I'll use that and try to move it." So Kevin went out and just got a little bit of it from, I guess, behind the tires of the car. He was seeing if he could get any off. And then, if at this from our vantage point right here, it doesn't look like this is very thick out there. It looks like it's not very wide. But you get out there, and this is probably 2 feet across. It is very wide, and it is solid ice. And Kevin was like, "Oh, I'll just go out there before Andrew gets here." And then look, he got one piece off. He's like, "No." He said that is not happening. So Andrew shows up, and I know you cannot see Andrew behind his truck. This is his truck. You should have seen him barreling in. He had a horrible time he had to put it in four-wheel drive to get in our driveway. And so we're gonna see him backing up in just a minute, and he had to, make some effort to get back out of our driveway too because it was so bad. He couldn't move any of it. Long story short, he could not move any of this ice. Here he is leaving, and he was so disappointed. He really wanted to help us out, and there was just no way that it was happening. And, so we're gonna see how he leaves, and it doesn't look bad to our vantage point watching him leave, but he said to him it felt like he was really, uh, on a hill when he was leaving, backing out of our driveway. But even his heavy, heavy truck, did not, do anything, for this ice. Yeah, look how that's him leaving. So, unfortunately, he wanted to help, but we didn't get it moved. Switching gears, we have Brian and his wife Carolina. They have shared pictures with us before. They live in London, and so they're able to attend all the fun events and see all the fun sights. And they were able to visit Guildhall Yard to watch this special projection show that they had. It was only on for 2 nights. It was January 29th and January 30th. And what they did was they fused opera and electronic music, and they fused it together, and then they were playing this while they're showing the projection. So it reminded me a lot of what Walt Disney World does. They do this on, like, they've done it on the Tower of Terror, they've done it on the castle. They have the castle projection show every night, and it's really cool. And I wish I could have played the music for you from this because I do think that adds so much to the experience. But I was worried about copyright infringement, and so unfortunately, I couldn't play the music for you. But some of this was so cool. I don't know if it'll come through, you watching it on this video, but some of the stuff, it looked like the first video. If you go back to that very first video that it played,
that was my favorite one because it looked like these, statues were coming alive, and it looked like they were coming out at you, and, this whole experience, it would have been neat to be there, but now if you ever visit Walt Disney World, they do this every single night, and it's awesome, so thank you very much to Brian and Carolina, for sharing that with us. So thank you very, very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.